Alright, what's up everybody, Rayakee here, and today we're going to be talking about why I chose Ryerson's Business Technology Management. Now this is timely content just because the deadline to accept the program was June 1st, so by the time you're seeing this, it's probably been a few days past already. And a little introduction to the program of Business Technology Management. It's basically business and technology and combining those two things. So that's pretty vague, but I guess that's what it is. And so today I'm talking about 3 reasons why I chose Ryerson's Business Technology Management. That's a handful. BTM for short, program. Okay, the first is location. Now Ryerson's business campus, the Ted Rogers building, is located right in the heart of downtown Toronto, so that in itself was a pretty good selling point for me already, because there's just so many opportunities that come with that. And not only that, but you get to meet so many different people, because Toronto is known as a very diverse city, meaning that there's people from all different races, from different upbringings. That really attracted me into the program, because that just really adds on to your experience as a student. You're basically being a more well-rounded student, in my opinion, because for me it's not just about your education but also the environment around it. So by being in the middle of downtown Toronto, you get really immersed in this culture of diversity and innovation, and for me that was a huge selling point. And not to mention, all the different opportunities in living in one of the best cities in Canada. The second part is business and art, and how they kind of relate and even complement each other. Okay, so analyzing this decision through a creative lens, business may not seem as a direct pathway to my career of interest, which is filmmaking. Analyzing this decision through a financial and practical lens, business is such a great field to get into, not only because of how diverse it is and how many different jobs you can get with it, but also because it'll help fund my passion for filmmaking. And also BTM offers a few paid co-op terms that'll really help you get work experience even before you graduate. This is good because I certainly don't want to become a starving artist. Businesses now are increasingly in need of having an online solution and not just an in-person, store. They need an online front and an online presence, and that's where kind of the BTM program comes in. And so compared to the other programs I applied to Ryerson Sport Media and Architecture program, although Architecture is the more competitive program to get into and it just takes so much more work to get into compared to BTM, and Sport Media is the closest relative to filmmaking compared to business, I guess. I think that going to BTM is the best choice out of these 3 because A, it's going to help me financially with the co-op program, and 2, it's going to allow me a lot of time to work on my side projects, my photo, video projects on the side, because it's not as intensive as architecture. Not to mention that I've always been pretty business-minded. In fact, I actually started my very first business as a grade 2 student selling seeds, pumpkin seeds, to my friends. With that said, although my main goal is still to have a career in filmmaking, and going to business in university isn't necessarily a direct path to that goal, I think that going to school for something completely different than your goal career is not necessarily bad, because it will help make me a more well-rounded person and will help me think, more out of the box compared to if I just went to film school and remained in that bubble. I mean, that's what innovation is, right? It's combining 2 previously unconnected, or people thought it was unconnected things anyway, into one single thing. As a side note, a great example of that is, while my interest right now is nature documentary filming, it won't hurt me to watch contemporary films, those Hollywood blockbusters, and even reading fiction books and see what elements of storytelling I can take from those and implement it into nature documentary. And the third reason is YouTube. Being in the BTM program is a really great opportunity for me to make videos for upcoming students, because I found that there weren't really a lot of videos talking about the BTM program. There were a few that the university made, and there were just a select few from people, but it was just talking about surface level topics. If I would be able to create videos to shed some more light on what the program actually is for future students, I think that would be a good, service to others. Kind of similar to the architecture portfolio I did a month ago. Okay, so to recap, I'm going to Ryerson's BTM program because 1, location, and 2, business tech is something that is not only something I'm genuinely interested in, but is also something that will help me financially and time-wise in my filmmaking and in my interest in making these YouTube videos. And 3, it will give me an opportunity to create videos for the demographic that is future and upcoming students. With that said, if you want to see more videos about me as a student in Ryerson's BTM program and my progress as an aspiring documentary filmmaker, make sure to subscribe. I'm Rayakee and I'll see you in the next video. Two, business tech is something that I'm genuinely interested in as a subject. And 2, business tech is something I'm genuinely interested in, and will also help financially and time-wise.